The Showdown is not meant to cause offense or harm. The viewer acknowledges any reliance on the accuracy or completeness of said content should be done at their own discretion. The host apologizes in advance for any affront as a result of personal attacks.
Just to get you in the proper state of mind, Jayson. We'll fight like gentlemen.
I think I forgot to sign my waiver.
You did prior to this. Jayson Stark gets his first shot at the Showdown. Let's do it. I keep hearing this. I know I'm getting in the weeds on this, but I keep hearing how the Rays haven't played anybody. Fair enough. But they're 13-0. I'm just thinking, if this was the 13-0 Braves or 13-0 Cardinals, I think we'd be hearing about, they do things the right way, and we've seen this all along the baseball culture. It means something, BK. I just hear more like, they haven't played anybody.
I agree. How come nobody talks about the St. Louis Maroons schedule? They invented their own league. Right?
I do think that people don't like or trust what the Rays do. Going back to even the 2020 World Series, where they took Blake Snell out, people loved that they took Blake Snell out and then failed.
I do think that. I do feel like the world roots for them to not be so smart. Mm-hmm. And the truth is, that's not happening. They're great at this. I understand the complaints about the schedule. We dug into it a little bit. They're only the 5th team in the last 25 seasons that's played the start of the season, playing 3 teams with 95 losses or more from the year before. Okay, so I understand it. Mm-hmm. Brian, 101 to 30 run differential.
Yeah.
They're out-homering their opponents 32 to 6. I don't care who they played.
Right.
This is something special. I just don't want to diminish it in any way.
Also, they're normally better on the field than they are on paper. They're better in real life. They're attacking you in ways, as I often put out, in ways that we don't quite understand. And so I'm giving them more credit. Like, they're 13-0, and they're still up to something. Like, they still have a bag of tricks that we haven't seen yet.
You know what I don't understand is, where is the power coming from? They didn't hit their 32nd home run last year, if I remember this right, until it was May 13th. May 19th, something like that. They were 25th in the big leagues in homers. It's mostly the same guys. I know Brandon Lau's healthy. He's on a tear. Wander Franco, sparks fly when you watch that guy. Mm. But they spent this spring really digging in on pitch recognition and better swing decisions. It's really paying off.
They're a little more muscular than they've been. They've been like the little sisters of the poor. That's not who they are right now.
No, they haven't run that much.
All right, let's start. Speaking of not running that much, wow, you led me right into that. They're not running.
You're welcome.
StatCast is powered by Google Cloud. StatCast can tell you all sorts of things like average lead by a base runner at first and second base. And here it is. And I pointed out already, stolen base success rate is 81%. So you can see it right there. This year, 5 inches more on the primary lead. That's significant, right?
Absolutely.
Massive.
And remember, the base is 4.5 inches closer to second. So you're gaining a foot in terms of jump.
So I have a bit of a beef, though. All right, so we're seeing this now. I know we needed to see it in front of us to see the success rate. But if you're a major league club, if you're one of these baseball ops whiz kids, how did you not start signing, whoever the Billy Hamiltons or Terrence Gores are out there now, start signing these guys.
I just was telling somebody yesterday, because I just wrote a big story about base stealing. I am shocked Terrence Gore is not on somebody's team.
Yeah, you can run wild now.
You really can. Guys like that are a weapon. And it was really interesting. I surveyed a bunch of executives this week about where this is going from here. Yeah. And I thought you'd have a lot of people in front offices saying, you're going to see a lot more base stealing. They're really split. I had an executive of one team. They're running a lot. And he said, we've looked at the data. You can't defend this. And if you can't defend it, we're going to run.
Right.
And yet you have other teams, really bright teams, bright front offices saying, everybody will adjust. Front offices will adjust. Defenses will adjust because that's what we do.
Yeah, I don't know how much you can adjust. Unless they change the rule with the 2 disengagements. That was my one worry that could lead to something weird. But if I'm a ball club, weird means I have an advantage. I'm going weird. I'm stealing like crazy, or making you throw over once. So now I can take off.
Yeah, I watched this really closely in spring training, and there are a lot of teams out there that want to lean into the running game. When they get 1 disengagement, they treat it like 2.
Right.
They're off to the races.
I think we're going to see smart teams do that.
Right. You know, we had a graphic earlier. Maybe we should put it up again. The teams that have stolen the most.
Yeah.
We should look at this. Look at who these teams are. These are really
Guardians,
smart,
Diamondbacks,
data-driven teams.
Right. True.
And so when you have that combination of this data, 81% success rate, and the right roster construction. Right. Why would you not steal 200, 250 bases?
Right, Guardians were built like that. Orioles are among the leaders, too. Diamondbacks were very good last year. Yeah,
Right.
Mets are up there, too. Again, the success rate for these clubs, it's so high. Now, I'm not saying if you get the right combination of pitcher and catcher, you really can't run on them. Like, we've seen that. But there's lots of combinations you can.
Exactly right. And, you know, base stealing is math now. It's a math equation. You know, we know how long it takes you to get the ball from home plate to the catcher and from the catcher to second base. And those times now, they're computed a little differently because the jumps are better, the leads are better.
Right, good point.
So
hey, we're out of time.
Already?
I don't even think we disagreed on anything.
Sorry.
We'll have you back. We'll find something.